Welcome back everyone to another lawn tractor video on the channel. Today we're going to be taking the Craftsman LT1000 and giving it a lift. How much? Approximately an inch. If you watched the previous video or one of the previous videos, I took the front axle and moved it down one slot on the frame. That was just a temporary thing, and that was about an inch, but I want to actually put the plate in here and actually do this the right way. So that's what we're gonna do there eventually. But right now, focusing on the rear. So I want to get a 1-inch lift out of the rear. What we got going on here is your two bolts here that connect your rear axle to the frame. All it is two bolts, that's it. So I'm gonna space this down 1 inch on both sides, and then I got longer bolts here. And that's what we're gonna do. And aluminum right now at Menards is cheaper than steel. So that guy's gonna go in between the two, and I'm gonna bolt them together, and we'll be good. Let's get to it. Well, this might not be much of a video because, I mean, it's super simple. Ripping the axle out, I didn't have to do that. But I had the whole axle out. You guys just didn't see that. I couldn't get that wheel off. So I took it to a buddy's and he was able to pry that son of a gun out of there. I cleaned up the axle on that side. Everything's good. But now you can see where I made the 1-inch spacer right there. Put in the longer bolts. I got this axle all ready to go. I'm gonna throw the key in there and then the wheel on, secure it with the clip and the washer. And we'll be able to see how high up the back end is. And then I want to look at the rake, if there is any rake, if there's squat, and then I'll go from there. Because honestly, it might not even touch the front end. I do want to put a loader on this. I want to make a loader, front end loader for this. So if I do that, then I will definitely need to beef up that front end anyway with that plate that I bought right there. So we'll look at that after I get this back on. So right now I'm gonna get the wheel and tire back on this side, and then I'm going to reconnect everything underneath because there's a ton of stuff and not just the belt. All right, y'all, I am done. I got the belt, everything else connected. You don't have to worry about that stuff underneath if you're doing this. Besides two little things, and I'll show you what those are. I ripped the whole rear end out because I was going to do a pulley swap on the rear end, but it's a spline pulley and I don't feel like cutting and fabricating another pulley, so I didn't do that. Put it back in. So now you can definitely see, and these are 2010s, so I got a lot of room that I can go. I can go maybe even 26s on this. Problem is I can't get a 26 or anything above a 20 in an 8-inch spindle wheel, so that's the problem. The other ones are 5 bolts on older tractors, but this will be fine. So you can see the spacers down there. Everything's good. Everything went back together good. Now there's one bracket on each side that you'll have to adjust. See the brackets under here. You got one right here for this side and that side. There's already pre-drilled slots in the frame right there. You can see where it was. I dropped it down one. That gains you about an inch, maybe not even, but well, yeah, an inch. And that's same thing on the other side, just so that cross member, that brace can come down with you. Same thing there. It used to be there, now it's there. That kind of lowers everything along with it, keeps everything as in line as it can be, and you're golden now. Now looking at this without the hood on and everything, it looks really good just the way it is. So I'm not gonna mess with the front right now until I actually fabricate stuff for the loader. So what I'm gonna do is, while I got everything, the hood off, I'm gonna do the spark plugs and then an oil change in it real quick, and then I'll put everything together, take care of all my crap, we'll get it out, and we'll see how level it is and how good it looks. I should have done it before and after. I might be able to find something, but yeah, let's get to spark plug and oil. All right, y'all, definitely not out of the water yet. I got everything back together and I went to shift through the gears and I'm like, something ain't working. I'm not going all the way in reverse. Well, now the distance, this is your shifter linkage between your shifter and your gearbox. Duh, linkage. Well, now they're too far apart. So I got my caliper down there and I measured, and I'm, got her all mapped out here. So I got the new one. It's roughly that much longer. I'm gonna cut all this out, take it to the drill press, get the holes sized correctly, put it on there, and this should be as close as it gets. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I don't have enough time to do that tonight. But for you, luckily, it's right now. All right, y'all, it is the next day, and insane enough, it was 74 yesterday. It's February 28th. Usually it's the coldest month of the year here in Michigan, but yesterday was 74. Today is 21. I'm like, how in the hell? 53 degrees difference. But anyway, all right. So just got done fabbing up this bad boy I showed you yesterday. I had it all measured out. I cut it, and then I drilled the holes on the drill press to what I had measured. I just test fitted it, and it's perfect. Test fitted, test fit. I tried the stupid thing on there, and it works. Whoops. So now I'm just gonna finish making it pretty. I'm gonna round out the corners like the other one is, and yeah, call it good. Put it on and see if it works. And there it is. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's functional. And I mean, it's definitely bigger than the other one. So if you guys do the same exact thing, my measurements were 5.1 with my caliper. That's how, or my micrometer. That's how I did the difference. I had the gear lever all the way up in reverse, and then I had the gearbox down below up in reverse, and then I measured on center for the holes. Actually, I measured at bottom and then at bottom, so that's how I came up with that. So let's get this other one on there and make sure it works. All right, so I'm gonna sneak in here because yeah, after I put this bracket in and everything and fired it up, drove it around, it wasn't right. So my measurements were wrong. It didn't matter. All the way up and all the way down on the gearbox. That gearbox goes a lot further than what this allows it to. So basically what I'm trying to say is if you milled this out back to here, you would be able to go faster in reverse. And that's what happened. So neutral was about there because I still wasn't long enough. So when I went back here, I was in reverse. And then when I went back here, I was just like super fast in reverse. Thought I was gonna die. If you were gonna do that way, you wanna make sure your gearbox is in neutral and your lever's in neutral and then measure. But I was like, man, that's a lot of work. Forget that. So I lifted it an inch, right? Probably roughly an inch in the front by those other side supports as well. So I just made another bracket that was an inch longer than the stock one. Linkage, and put it in, and it's perfect. So I went 1 inch longer. Whatever it, you know, lift it 1 inch, extend that 1 inch. Makes sense, right? Duh. Okay, so that fixed it. So we're good now. Good. Back to the video. All right, guys, I got it done. Check this out. All right, there she is right there. She works as she should. There's down and then reverse. We are good. And put a little paint on there so she wouldn't rust. So to recap this video, I don't even remember what we did. Oh yeah, we did the lift. We did the rear end lift. All right. So to recap that, rear end lift, you got the bracket, one on each side that you got to change as well. And then also the shifter linkage. I'm gonna get this thing outside and look at it because right now I think she looks, I mean, she looks very, very level, and there's a lot of room in the back. If I can actually find some wheels and tires to get 25s or 26s on here, that'll be sweet. And obviously they're gonna be the tractor type tires. I'm gonna do the same thing for the front. I want 16 6.5s by 8s, so probably marketplace. But there she is for now. Right there next to the bucket, that is my throttle pedal. Yes, throttle pedal, that's gonna be hopefully the next video that I do on that. That bad boy's gonna sit right there, and it's gonna be great. Gonna be great. All right, so hopefully this video helped you guys out. If you guys are just joining me, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Any comments, go ahead and put down below. Until we meet again, later.